And welcome to Full View Entertainment on this September the 24th, 2011. He is John Cousin, I am Sean Michael Rivera, and you are in for the ride of your life. No, we are not going to be showing you G.I. Joe the movie or Battleship the movie, because quite frankly, both are garbage.
Thank you.
So, cool. You're there, I'm here, how are you?
I'm great. Hey, you know, it's great to be back. You know, back on the show, back on the set, and just excited to give everybody the full view.
Okay, what's on your mind today?
Well, I was thinking about a certain project we were involved in a couple years ago. The Westchester Wrestling Alliance.
I remember those good old days.
Oh man, they were the best.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, on YouTube, which this should be going on, search in the browser box, Westchester Wrestling Alliance. I am there playing the character of the TOP. He is there playing the character of Cool. Creativity wasn't that great, but nonetheless, it was great matches, and the company was started in, what, 2002?
Well, under a different name, but I believe started maybe 2001.
You were there in the beginning. What was it?
Yes, I was.
What was the atmosphere in the beginning? When the first show, do you remember what month it was in, let alone what day?
I don't remember any of that.
It was our drugs. Thankfully, cleaned
No,
up.
but it was really a long time ago. It was back in 2001, 2002, I believe. I had just moved up here. I became friends with a man, Dan Martinez, and his next door neighbor, Christopher Gillio.
Dan Martinez runs the YouTube page of the WWA. His YouTube account is Punisher10566. I'm sure he would appreciate some subscriptions. So.
Yeah, we didn't have any official equipment or any name when we started. Actually, I believe both Dan and Chris started before I had moved there. I had moved there 2001 when I was 13 in the 8th grade, and I believe Dan had started before that when he was 6th or 7th grade.
I remember when I got there. I got there in 2002. We had no music. We had no form of recording it. And we were going out there, and I don't even know what we were calling ourselves. I know I came in there. I was the only one that used an original gimmick. I know a couple of guys were gimmick stealers at first. I know I came in with my name Crusher. Then I left. Then when I came back, music was the popular thing.
You know, before you move on, it's just interesting to note that what we used as titles. I remember one time we actually used a piece of aluminum gutter. We actually bent and wrapped around to fit someone's waist as a title.
I thank God I wasn't there for that. When I got there, the plastic $12.99 belts were in use along with music, and that's when everybody felt high tech. And then I remember they would do it wouldn't tape a show. They would tape one match, then they'd go on and do the rest of the show. And I remember he had this big shoulder camera. Remember that recorded on the VHS tape?
Unfortunately, yes, I do. But it did record some of our greatest.
It recorded the foundation.
Matches.
Yeah, it recorded the foundation of what the company was. This, folks, was a camera that fit. For those of you out there, which we're going to touch on technology in a little bit, which is kind of a good thing that we're talking about this now. Think about cameras now, how small they are. The one that's even recording us can fit in my palm. This camera that we started with was on a shoulder mount recording a VHS tape. Now, for those of you who don't know what a VHS tape are, and surprisingly there are those out there who don't know what a VHS tape is, please look it up and just think about a camera that would record directly onto this. Then, I remember I was the first one to use that as a weapon. Then everybody wanted to use it as a weapon. Then I had a little camcorder that recorded on VHS-C tapes. Then I brought that to every show, and then it started the thing of recording everything. You remember that.
Recording, keeping records of wins, losses, title matches.
Records. There's an old place called MySpace. Might be antiquated. But on MySpace, the WWA does have a page, and there is a blog that goes back all the way to 2006 that chronicles what we did. But I want to ask you, Ku, you were there from the inception to the final show, and hopefully if we get this comeback show that should be coming within the next few months, you will be a part of that. Give me your least favorite moment. Sum it up for me if you could.
My least favorite moment. You know, I don't have one, because I actually enjoyed, you know, my entire participation in this project. You know, just having fun with friends. You know, it was just a good old time. You know.
If I had to pick a least favorite moment, it was a title controversy. Probably the best way to put it. I was supposed to win a certain title. I was unavailable running errands. Someone called me. They couldn't get me for the show, and when I did show up for the show, somebody else had won the title. And you know, when I confronted Dan about it, he basically took all his crap and went home. And that was the first time. That was actually the end of my first run. That's when I left the first time. But that was my least favorite moment, because that was just, it was kind of Mickey Mouse just to me. But give me your favorite moment.
My favorite moment. It's kind of difficult. I'm not trying to sound redundant over here, but
That even a word?
redundant?
Yes.
Yeah, it means repetitive.
Okay. Why couldn't you say repetitive?
Because. Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
My favorite moment would probably have to be when we started wrestling. I remember the first time I went to. We used Vinny and Armando's. That's one of Dan's neighbors. Their backyard initially. Actually, no, I'm wrong. We used Chris's backyard.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah, Chris's backyard. You know, just this was like the day after I finished watching SmackDown on TV, and I'm like, you know, it would be cool to actually do this, you know,
Yeah.
for fun.
Yeah.
And you know, the very next day, we got together, and I assumed personality. Several personalities, but the first one I did, you know, coming out to a name, and you know, I went out, I met Chris in the ring, or a so-called ring. It was just
It was a carpet
yeah.
with a flea-ridden mattress. How we didn't get bed bugs and fleas, I don't know. And I remember cracking a rib on that tree root that they wrestled under. I did a slam and cracked somebody's rib. I cracked my rib. Excuse me.
Did you really crack your rib?
Yeah. It really hurt. And favorite moment, I would have to say I am a huge Mick Foley fan. And the favorite moment was when I got to use one of his signatures, which was the thumbtacks. When I got to lay out the thumbtacks, get slammed on the thumbtacks, and it's on, I don't think it's on YouTube, but, or it might be actually out there, but I did get slammed on thumbtacks, and that was my favorite moment because I was busted open. I was legitimately busted open, bleeding, which was taboo to us because we weren't nutcases that were razoring ourselves, though I'm over here talking about thumbtacks. But, and I also got to bring in my car.
That was
Cool. There for that. He was actually he was in the car with me. I had to bring in my car. Busted open. And I got to use thumbtacks, and it was just a lot of cool crap that normally you're not afforded to, and we were able to do it. But hopefully the WWA will be coming back within the coming weeks. We only got about a minute left. Final on WWA.
You know, maybe not a least favorite moment, but one of the most painful moments in the WWE, not figuratively, like actually, like literally, like painful, was in that match, the first match I had against Chris and Dan. I did some half-ass drop kick, and I landed on a tree root that was on the ground.
I know that.
And that was, oh man, that was the most pain I had felt in my life.
Well, we got to take a quick break. We got about 15 seconds left. Segment 2 should be following this. We will be back. He's cool. I'm SMR.
Stick around.
This is FVE, and we'll be back. That should be this. And welcome back to Full View Entertainment. He is still cool. I am still Sean Michael Rivera.
Hopefully.
I can't guarantee it, but what I do want to touch on is, or talk about in this segment is something that I touched on in the last one, which was technology and the advances in technology that we've seen in the world. I know this is a subject near and dear to my heart. I'm assuming it's something that's near and dear to yours.
Of course, technology is, fortunate for some people. It's an aspect in our everyday lives.
As an owner of a smartphone, I could agree. I had I had a Verizon V something or another back in the day, in like 02, 03. It was like that thick. It was a flip phone, and the little antenna came out. It was silver.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was like silver and dark gray. That was like the hot phone back in the day. And let me tell you, that phone could take a kicking and keep on ticking. Because I stepped on it more than one occasion. The antenna flew out of the phone once, and it still worked. And I recently found in my possession a brick phone.
I remember that phone.
I mean, but I'm telling you, this touch screen technology is really...
It's getting there.
I mean, it's blowing me away. I have a MyTouch, and I know there's a lot of people out there that hate T-Mobile, but
I'm one of those people.
I've had no problems with it. My brother got the BlackBerry. He has a problem with it. I don't particularly like the BlackBerry.
Yeah. What he means to say is the BlackBerry, which he dislikes for some reason. I had a BlackBerry as my last phone. It was an awesome phone. I mean, it had its problems, as all smartphones eventually, certainly were bugged, but
yeah,
it was a good phone.
But I mean, what really blows me away is this touchscreen computer, this all-in-one touchscry computer that's out there now. I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
That to me is like
the HP TouchSmart.
Yeah, the nerd in me just it's like a nerdgasm for me. I mean, I am like a tech nerd when it comes to this type of stuff. iPads blow me away. Those tablet computers, they blow me away. I mean, it's just the futuristic stuff that that's coming out, and it's not just stuff for teenagers to blow bubble gum and play with at school. I mean, they also have life-saving technology that's out there now. And, I mean, just the stuff that they come up with, like the 3D. I don't know if it's like a 3D sonogram or something that they can get of the inside of a 3D imaging of the inside of a person's, inside stuff in there. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, wait, you know what? They actually are, what you're thinking about the sonogram.
Yeah, the 3D sonogram where, like, they got on a commercial where they go through the generations of doctors.
Yeah.
And then the last one, she's, like, doing some Star Trek-y thing. She has, thing right here. She's doing, like, some... That's cool.
That's mind-blowing.
That is mind-blowing. And, I mean, now they have cars that have cameras in the back of the car.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how lazy do we want to be, people? Is it too hard to just...
Well, it's not really for, being lazy. It's
I use it for being lazy.
It's to help with monitoring damage for accidents, and they use it in courts to help people prove their statements. A little fender bender here and there.
You have a modern car. Do you have GPS in it?
Yes, I do have a GPS in my car.
Does it really talk back to you?
Yes, it does.
Has it ever locked the doors on you like the commercial?
No, I don't have one of the newer GPSs. Not one of the feature smart ones, but
so you got a man voice? Turn here, hurry up! Turn!
No, it's a chick.
I like chicks.
Me too.
But I mean, I have a Ford POS. That's what I drive. And I have no technology, barely working seatbelts.
He does have one of those car phones in there.
Yeah, I do have a car phone. That's right, I do. Doesn't work, but I used to make imaginary phone calls. What I used to do, I used to try to make myself seem really cool, so I would actually pick up the phone when I was driving around as a passenger to make it seem like I was important, and it never worked because I was moving too fast for people to see me on the phone. Yeah, I didn't think that one out. But
probably not.
No, but what's really cool, and they say if you had $1 million, what would you get? What would you do? smart house.
Smart house.
Smart houses where they adjust the climate controls. You know, they adjust to that climate stuff. I think there's even some that order, you know, like grocery deliveries when your fridge is running low.
Even before smart houses, they had that with they had certain models of fridges that would you could actually place an order, you know, in the fridge.
Listen, I'm a fat guy. I'm a fat lazy guy. To me, getting food brought to my house is like, hello.
It's a dream come true.
Hello, and especially since I hate the supermarket. Don't get me started on the supermarket.
You know, you get pizza or Chinese delivery. Why not groceries?
Hey, that way, fat people like me could never complain about healthy food not coming to you. Which made me wonder how come McDonald's doesn't deliver.
You know what? One day they probably will.
When scooters are invented. I mean, what about you? What gets your nerdy technology juices flowing?
Like I said, smartphones is one thing. If you look at how phones functioned and how they were designed back in, let's say, you know what? Not even go too far back. I got my first phone. It was 2006 when I got my first phone. It was a Motorola i455. Yeah, with the walkie-talkie or bleep for you kids. That phone compared to the one I have now, 5 years later, 2011, it's like the difference is phenomenal.
Let me just, before you go completely off, bleep phones, what the hell, people? Really? Were we all five in our backyards playing Army? Really? Really? Okay, go on. Just wanted to go off on a little tangent. But yeah, I had a phone. I had, like I said, the first phone that I described. Then I went real 80s from a span of like 2004 to, I would say, 2008-ish. 2007, 2008. I was payphone man. When I left the house, I left with a roll of quarters, and if I needed to call anybody, it was the nearest payphone. I had no phone. I had a cassette Walkman, and I still to this day use a VCR. So yeah, I love technology, but I also love old school technology.
You know what? I think it's smart to be flexible with both because
I met this chick once that. Oh no, go on.
Like I said, I think it's smart to be flexible with both because while all this new stuff is really cool and amazing, you know, it's good to remember the old stuff too because like I have a collection of VHS that I can't obviously shove into a DVD player. You know,
you could try.
I could try it, but it's probably not going to work.
Hey, you never know if you don't try. But I mean, no, I agree completely. And I mean, technology does have a dark side to it. Not only the overdependence, I mean, it could cost a lot of jobs and all of this stuff. You know, when you get automated, you automate everything.
Yeah.
And I hate calling 1-800 numbers to get automated help. I hate this. I don't want to say 5 different things just to hear back, I'm sorry. Did you say your hair's on fire? No, I'm calling about something completely different.
You know, the service the carrier I have right now, Boost Mobile, their customer service is completely automated. That annoys the hell out of me. Like if I call my cell phone provider or any company, you know, with a customer service issue of any kind, I would like to talk to a human that can actually understand me. You know.
I can't. I can't. We've got about a minute left. Dark side of technology. I mean, if you just ever want to see an example, a living, well, no longer living, but an example for most people in our generation's time, an example of over-technology, over-dependence, Blockbuster. That's all you got to say is Blockbuster, because Blockbuster was virtually run out of business by Netflix, which was a technological boondoggle. But, folks...
You know, to add more to
about 15 seconds.
You know, watch iRobot.
Yeah, that's another one. But, gonna say, see you soon. Got about 5 seconds. Cool, SMR, SVE, or FVE, and we'll be back. welcome back to Full View Entertainment. Still Coos, still SMR, and the next subject that we're going to touch on,
somebody's favorite.
It's something we debated about before we went on the show, whether or not we should touch on it. It's not that I have a real problem with it, it's just... But relationships in today's world, in general. Obviously, not just friendship relationships, because that's, quite frankly, boring, but more of along the lines of, intimacy and in some relationships, the lack thereof.
To start off, think about the topic of divorce. Divorce is crazy nowadays, man. You got people who've been together for 20, 30, 40 years, and they're splitting up. Right. Not to mention all the newer couples. The average lifespan of marriage nowadays is, what did they say? 5 years.
I come from a divorced set of parents, and when I was younger, it was I wouldn't say so much difficult, but it was kind of different. Now both parents are very they're amicable and friendly, and I still have holidays and Thanksgiving. They're together, so
yeah.
It's not so much, it's not so different. Whereas back then, Christmas morning, I was with one parent or the other. So I mean, I do know the effect that divorce can have firsthand on a family, But it's just today. I just think society has not adapted to what we touched on before: technology. Technology makes, because you want to talk about relationship killer, social media. Social media will kill your relationship. And it's not, everybody says, oh, it's a snooping girl, or it's a guy that's trying to hit on other women.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
you did.
I don't think social media is to blame, as far as, I think it's more of a device that exposes things that are already there.
It's just social media not being used intelligently. Social media, sure, for single people can date. I tend not to, because I tend to meet somebody in person. For all I know, they could be putting up a picture of God knows who, and I see how
God knows something else.
Yeah, I see Halle Berry on the computer in the bar. I see Halle Scary. And I've had a personal experience similar to that, and that's why I've sworn off dating. And we personally knew somebody who was an internet dater.
Yes.
I never saw the point in that, but and now we know somebody who's semi-internet dating, only with somebody across the country who's here now, is going to be going back soon.
That makes it a little more excusable.
But it's...
people do meet on the internet, and they do meet up. You've got sites like Match.com, do that.
I just think it's, for my money, I'm going to go to an area where people meet, not necessarily a bar, but the bar is the generic setting. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to meet somebody, and you can tell off the bat if they're interested or not. You could read a lot into somebody with body expressions, body language, facial expressions that you're not getting in black and white text. You're not getting it through a computer screen. You're getting LOLs. I'm supposed to envision you laughing. I don't know what your name. That doesn't work for me. I need to see somebody's face, look into their eyes. I know whether they're BSing me. I know whether they're straight with me. I know whether I can't do that over a computer monitor. And plus, when you're face to face, there's no backspace. What you say is out there. You could type something, don't like it, backspace. But this thing that's all the rage, and of course parents want to curb it because kids are into sexting.
Clever.
What's your take on it?
Clever. What I think, what kills it is the fact that people would, there are people I know who do it while they're driving, which is one, you're really not supposed to be on the phone, period, you know, but one of the major reasons as to why they're involved is because they're, you know, texting neurotic things to whoever else.
I find myself rather distracted when I'm sexting, so I can't. Did that come out publicly? Yes, it did. But I mean, I, you know, you send a flirty text, okay. You send, you know, a sexy text. I get it. What's with the pictures? Well, what is with these pictures, people? Why are you sending pictures of your never nothings over airwaves?
You know, there's a problem with that because you never know when it can be turned around and used against you. Like, not to name any names, at my job there was a certain individual who.
You mean this isn't your job?
Anyway, there's a certain individual who had a graphic, you know, video actually. She is taken with her.
She?
Yeah.
Okay, after the show, I'll need her number.
She had taken this video with her the person who she was with, and things went south between them, and he actually uploaded the video of the graphic content on Facebook, and everybody saw it. I mean, he took it off, but you know, that's a big no-no. You know.
Well, you know, the thing is, listen, I've been sent pictures. I've never sent a picture.
I'll admit,
we know.
I've sent a picture, but you know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But you know, I can't picture myself. First off, if I'm, you know, I don't even like receiving pictures, which sounds weird to some people. But you know what? If I'm gonna see it, I'd rather see it, touch it, feel it, taste it, play with it, jiggle it, do whatever, than on a small screen looking at it, trying to get it all, you know, trying to zoom in, get all fuzzy with it. No. You know, I just think, and then there's a lot of these celebrities that are known for sexting. I mean, good God, there's so many sites out there that you can go to see celebrity junk. It's just, you know, it's like
ridiculous.
It's like what Big Mike said from Chuck. These women don't want people taking pictures of their bottoms. Leave the house with some drawers on. You know, I mean, it's just, I never understood it. That sex thing, I never understood how people let celebrities influence their dating lives, because there are people that do that, and you and I both know it.
Yeah.
And I don't understand, and I don't understand how, if you never met somebody, if you never seen them face to face, you never held their hand, how you love them.
That's what I like to know. You know.
And I know I've seen it on Facebook, on MySpace. We've all seen it. There's always somebody out there that lubbers him. I lubbers you. And when Full View was on the antiquated MySpace, we did touch on this subject, and we did go over the I lubbers him part. And that I mean,
you know, another interesting point I'd like to make is through social media, you know, some people are just stupid. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna put it out there.
Some people.
Okay, a lot of people.
The majority.
Yeah, the majority. You know, if you're gonna take the chance and be unfaithful to your significant other, then don't do it on the internet, and don't leave it on your phone. You know, like that's,
you know, if I've never been unfaithful, but if I ever was unfaithful, I would make sure I'm like cloak and dagger with it. I'm James Bond. I'm a different name with it. You know, I got different outfits planned out and stuff. I'm not gonna sit there and just have my wife or girlfriend or whatever over my shoulder while I'm doing that. I mean, that's
just ridiculous.
Final on the state of relationships today. You got about 20 seconds.
Just be careful. Don't rush into anything. If you feel like, you know, you find someone who's the one, then just take it slow and enjoy it for however long it lasts, you know.
That's that. And we'll be back right after this.
Welcome back to Full View Entertainment. I'm John Coulson, and this is the very awesome co-host, Sean Michael Rivera.
You got my name, didn't you? Go on.
I'd like to speak about a very interesting topic. Now, the theories behind 2012, so-called end of humanity. I want to touch upon the doomsday predictions and all these crazy theories and, ancient history and, what it has to do with us today and, what are your thoughts on 2012?
Well, I actually wanted to touch on, before we get to 2012, was we're not supposed to be here right now. Because there was a bunch of idiots in caravanning across America telling about May 2011. That's supposed to be the end of the world. And it was supposed to be a weekend, and it was supposed to be a different disaster at 6 o'clock in every different time zone. And not a damn thing happened, did it?
No.
There is no doomsday. There is none on the 24th. I'm telling you, people, I think it was May 25th, I think it was. Nobody made plans that, a lot of people didn't make plans for the 26th. I was laughing. I was laughing so hard. And then the guy that did this old fart out in what?
Bill Camping?
I don't remember his name. I just know he was an old fart out in Colorado, I think it was. The next day they interviewed him, and after he took several people's life savings, his exact words were, "I'm dumbfounded." No, you're just dumb. 2012 is not going to end. If anything, I don't think anything is going to change. I think on December 21st?
Yeah.
I think Monday, December 22nd, I am going to wake up to the exact same world I left on Sunday, December 21st.
It's funny because now they're using ancient history to create these to weave these myths and these theories. Well, it started with the Mayan long count calendar. Now today, the calendar is still in use. That's what we use. Now the Mayans were known for having advanced mathematics and advances in astronomy. It was interesting to note that on the calendar, the thousands of years after they had drafted it out, that there was no continuation after December 21st, 2012, and started with that, and now you have they uncovered evidence from other ancient civilizations that point to that particular date. So it does get a little creepy as to why, but what I think, if anything, a significant event about that is that's the end of the winter solstice, and I believe from the start of the long count calendar, we are still in the 12th cycle. December 21st, 2012 is supposed to be the end of that cycle and the start of the 13th cycle. Now, as you know, in our culture, the number 13 is very taboo. So,
well,
what I think
actually something that ties into what you're saying. There's who's the guy that Nostradamus?
Nostradamus.
He did a couple of paintings. There was the Lost Book of Nostradamus was found, and there's a wheel at the top of it. And the wheel signifies, according to the people that found this, they apparently know because they hung out with him hundreds of years ago. According to these people, the wheel means when the north, south, east, west line of the galaxy, from where we see it, meets with the northwest lines of the Earth, or some variation thereof, makes that 8-spoke wheel, where there's 8 lines. And when that 8-spoke wheel lines up and is behind the 13th astronomical sign, Ophiuchus, is when Nostradamus writes that the world will end or something. Now, next time that's scheduled to happen is in 2012. Doesn't mean that the world's gonna end, folks. I mean, I don't believe it's gonna end. I don't really necessarily have a valid theory as to why it all stopped at that one particular date. It is an eerie coincidence. However, there could have been, if these guys are all in ancient times, barefoot, hanging out, drinking beers, they could have been seeing the same thing and all interpreted it the same way. I mean, I don't know. I don't exactly know how the Mayans did it. I don't know how you look to the sky and see the future. I never found that.
Well, again, they had very, very advanced mathematics.
I have a calculator and I can't tell the future. Okay? I bought a graph calculator. It was like $90. It did everything but wash my nether regions. It didn't tell me the future.
Well, you know, from the Mayan perspective, they were just noting the position of the Earth, all the planets of our solar system. So we're basically supposed to line up,
I remember when they made us line up at school.
Yeah, so did I. But and that's very significant. I mean, no one flat out says the world's supposed to end. Even Nostradamus, well, he said that, though, right?
He said the way it changes, the way the writing is, the world as we know it shall end. That's a very vague and open statement. Some people take it as the world will end. Some people take it as, some sort of advance will happen. Maybe we'll see another civilization, something. There's also, did you ever hear the Bible Code?
Yes.
Google it. We don't have enough time to really explain it, but Google the Bible Code. Bible Code also says in 2012 that a comet will appear. Then there's also a line that says, I will destroy. So if you believe in the Bible Code as truth, whoever wrote the Bible will appear in 2012 to destroy this mythical comet that's going to destroy Earth. That's also floating out there. Again, folks, just Google the Bible Code. A whole bunch of crap will come up. It should be a Wikipedia entry that gives you the short version. So yeah, but that's another interesting thing. But I know there's a thing on Facebook, there's something that I joined called 2013, an event. Will you be there in 2013? And I know I will be. I mean, unless I get, run over by a car or something. In that case, the car will probably suffer significant damage. But, I don't believe that. I'm not of the school of thought that the world is going to end. I'm not of the school of thought. I do believe in climate change. I do believe that. I mean, we just went through a hurricane and an earthquake. Something's going on out there in the same week. Those of you remember where you were for the earthquake. Just a quick note, I was on the John. This picture of me on the John jiggling. Not a pretty picture.
Some people say, some people veer off from the cataclysmic destruction point of view to a more positive point of view.
That's what I meant, as in the world, as we know, it will change. Some people take a positive spin on it. But,
I mean, some people think, aliens are going to come down and...
I personally believe in extraterrestrial life. I don't know about it. I believe in intelligent life. I don't know if I don't believe in little green men are going to come out of space and stuff, but I do believe in intelligent life. I mean, think about it quickly, because we got about a minute left. Think about, folks, the universe is a beach, and we're just one grain of sand. How selfish and arrogant would we be to think that only one grain of sand contains life, which is us? But final on Doomsday, we have just 60 seconds flat. Final.
Well, I would just, before I run off, crazy panicking, oh my god, the war's going to end, just... do your research, I mean, you're inclined to believe whatever you want to believe, and if the world is, if it's supposed to end, then we can't do anything about it. Just live life to its fullest, every day, and whatever happens, happens.
My thought is just, like he said, do your research, think about it, look at it logically, don't get caught up and swept up in the signs of their nonsense. Look at it logically.
And don't watch the movie 2012.
Although that was a great movie.
It was a great movie.
That was. But we will be back with another segment, and in the next 2 segments is something that I have been eager to touch on. He's cool. SMR, FVE will be back. Welcome back to Full View Entertainment, and a topic that I've been eager, itching, twitching, angrily awaiting to talk about.
That sounds like a personal problem to start off with.
Well, I did kill him with that special shampoo and a comb, but I had to shave 2 times. Anyway, I want to bring up the subject of something that's disturbing me. It's disturbing me because I see children, adolescents, and grown adults. And where this is going, where this FVE will be put up on YouTube, they are like unbelievably enthralled in this garbage. And that is the Illuminati. What the hell? Have we all just given up hope in our lives? That we believe that the Candyman is running Hollywood now? Is that what it is? I mean, Europeans believe in it as far as politics go, which is semi-more believable, but still garbage. And I'm going to tell you the version that I was first introduced to, that I laughed so hard I almost peed on myself. The version I heard is that you have to renounce Christ, you have to become a devil worshiper, then you have to make a sacrifice, kill a family member, and then you must promote the devil when you become famous. Just let that... Give it 10 seconds. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. Go on, I'm waiting. Are you peeing on yourself yet with laughter? You should be. And I want to know who runs this? Who comes to you? What? Do guys in hooded cloaks just knock on random doors? Hey, you want to be famous? Because where are they? Because I have a list that I wouldn't mind sacrificing. Knock them out. If it means I can be famous and a millionaire, where are they? I want anybody to send me comments. I want to see a smart, logical answer as to why does anybody believe in this?
You know, to comment on that, I feel that people believe in this stuff out of the human condition. We are prone to fear what we do not know about. Now, this whole concept of the Illuminati, if you research it, it actually goes back as far as the
13
orders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was I think it was in Finland, a Finnish society called the All-Knowing, and they worshipped a guy that was their leader. It was a cult. That he was the illuminated one, thus becoming the Illuminati. The king of something or another over there heard about it and wiped them out. That is the only official Illuminati. Now, I am going to tell you this. I had somebody, and I'm not going to mention names, and if they watch this, they will know who they are. I had somebody, I was talking about LeBron James during his free agency summer, and I said I thought he was gonna come to the Knicks. I bleed orange and blue. I'm a Knicks fan through and through. I said to him, "Hey, sucks we didn't get LeBron, huh?" His response to me was, "Oh no, I'm glad he didn't come." Now I was thinking he was gonna say he's not clutch. He doesn't put up the numbers in the playoffs. Something. No, his response to me was he's an Illuminati. He then took me inside his house, because this was on his front lawn. Opened a book full of folded money, which, you know, I was very tempted to just take the money and bash him in the head with the book. Folded money. He then showed me a clip of LeBron patting his chest, doing this.
Making, I think,
you see this?
Some symbol.
This is a cool symbol to me. I like this symbol. This is devil horns. You're part of the wolf pack. Rock on. Does this make me an Illuminati? Am I rich now? Who am I sacrificing? He brought me into his house. He showed me that video. He then says to me, not to be Michael Cole, but, and I quote, "This is why he's an Illuminati," while showing me that video. And this video is on YouTube. So go look up LeBron James and Illuminati. If you don't pee on yourself laughing, there's something wrong with you. Because people take that as evidence, solid evidence, that this man is some sort of devil worshiper because he just pounded on his chest and did like this. Folks, as we touched on in the earlier segments, we did backyard wrestling. Before each match, I used to do little pound signs and little symbols to myself. I am no devil worshiper. I am not rich. Okay, I ain't no famous rich person like all these Illuminati seem to be. Then he says to me, after I told him this was the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life, he then tells to me, well, don't you want to go to a better place when you die? Okay, time out. What in the blue blazes of monkey balls hell does knowing if somebody worships Buddha, the devil, Dalsim from Street Fighter, E Honda, Chun-Li, and what the hell does knowing what they worship, where does that send me to a better place? And I asked him that. No answer.
Interesting.
I then said to him, what is there to be afraid of? Is a rich man going to come and kill me with his money? Is he going to beat me to death with sacks of money? I am asking you, give me logical answers as to where this Illuminati garbage comes from.
Now it's funny you mentioned LeBron, because now, there's a whole theory, a whole backside of the theory, might add, that a lot of these celebrities, particularly rappers, are involved in this, and they use so-called cues in their music and their videos to, as proof that they exist. Now, it's funny because, now, I don't know if, not everybody watching this would, listen to hip-hop or not, but, there's a rapper, Birdman, and,
Can't say I heard of him.
yeah, try to know?
No.
Okay. Now, and there's also Lil Wayne. Now, in one of the videos,
I heard of that one.
yeah, in one of the videos, there's a song called "We're Taking Over." In the video, they're basically the viewers are basically saying that, Birdman is showing signs that he worships the devil. Certain lyrics they translate as I'm the king, I put my son on the throne, something like that,
Yeah.
talking about Lil Wayne, and they're wearing the color red, and, the scene takes place in a church, and they're taking it as, oh my God, this is blasphemy, they're insulting Jesus, they're promoting the devil,
I don't get where somebody goes from point A to point B, and I know on YouTube there's a Professor something or another, I don't know his full name, Professor something, and every time somebody tells me he said something, I laugh. I laugh at the utter ridiculousness of it. And now I have a theory as to why people believe in this Illuminati. We have 2 minutes left of this particular segment. We will come back with more Illuminati in the next segment, and I will give you my theory as to why I think people will particularly attack celebrities and athletes. But now, obviously you can't even wear the number 6 or something correlated to, because if you wear 6, you're automatically 6.
It's funny you should mention number 6. Now, there's a group called the 3-6 Mafia. The 3-6 Mafia. 3 sixes.
I remember them from
red flags raised up. Now, although it is a little coincidental that there's a song that in the vocals in the background, he's my God, he's my savior, and then someone in a low voice says, Lucifer in the background. Now, I'm not sure if it's clear if that's what they're saying, but now that they've taken that and said, these guys clearly worship the devil. Now, honestly, my opinion on that is, maybe.
Here's a stupid question. It's a secret society. If you put it in a song, it's no longer a secret!
See, now it's funny, because now they'll take that and they'll say that now this goes back into the whole East Coast, West Coast thing with Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. that they were too wrapped up in the Illuminati, and there's a song where Pac says certain lyrics that basically shouts them out, and they're saying that that's responsible for his death. The Illuminati killed Pac.
Well,
they killed.
We got 10 seconds. We got 10 seconds. I have a theory as to why people bag on people with talent. More full view, Illuminati Part 2 next. Welcome back. Sean Mike Rivera, along with John Kusa. This is Full View Entertainment, the final segment of the day. And if you were watching the fifth segment, which I would suggest you do, because it kind of ties into this one, it was about the Illuminati and how I think all of it is garbage. I think it's bullcrap. I think it's frickin' bullcrap, to use a editorial-friendly term. I don't believe anybody's an Illuminati. I don't believe an Illuminati exists. I don't believe there's some old, crusty guy who's sending out guys in hooded cloaks to come knock on your door in the middle of the night and say, "Hey, let's be down with us." And all you got to do is sacrifice somebody, and you become a rich and powerful person. I mean, if that's the case, I think there'd be a lot more rich and powerful people out there. Hello. Everybody likes to sit here and say, "Oh no, I would never. I would no, I would never." And you know what? Some people might not. Some people might not. Some people would stick to their virtues. Others, they say that now, but faced with that type of choice, quite frankly, myself included, faced with that type of choice, if I see who the sacrifice was, I would give it a serious thought. I wouldn't. Shit. Kidding me? Are you insane? Now, here's my theory on it. And I alluded to this in the last segment as I was going to give my theory. Here's my theory. Look at the most prominent Illuminati. Jay-Z, LeBron James, and I think Jennifer Hudson they also believe is one.
Kanye West, yeah.
And I believe they believe an actor is one. First off, they're all black, which has a sort of a racial undertone to it, which is kind of messed up.
I didn't even notice that.
If you look at it, it's kind of like a black person can't really get successful without doing hook or crook, but that's for a different topic. My theory is old homie G up in Harlem, sitting on the corner rapping about Cat in the Hat, thinks he's got as much talent as Jay-Z, but isn't going nowhere with it. And so he doesn't realize that his real problem is that he sucks, or doesn't have as much talent, or doesn't have as much business sense, or doesn't know how to promote himself. No, what he's going to say is, "Oh, this man must be Illuminati, because how can he be famous and I'm not?" And then you get all of these guys that can't make varsity basketball clubs, they can't, but they're out in the park, they bounce the ball between their legs and they think they're ready for the all-star team. And they're not going nowhere. Why? Because they didn't take the proper advantages. And if they did, and they were seen by people, nobody thought they would make it anywhere. But they don't think that. They think in their head that they're Air Jordan. They're Jordan's remake. So what they're going to say is, no, it's not fair. It's not because LeBron got more skill than me. It's because LeBron is Illuminati. He sacrificed somebody. I'm not going to sacrifice nobody, so I'm not going to go nowhere. No. Listen. I play basketball. Okay, I'm not good at it. I'm not horrible. I'm okay. But there is no way in hell. There is no way in hell I am ever going to believe that I can make it in any professional sport. I couldn't even play baseball because you know what? Somebody on the mound is throwing that ball at me at 90 miles an hour. I may run and scream like a little girl. That I may not. I may run and scream like a little girl.
I'm not gonna lie, I would probably say, I got hit one of those things.
I lost a tooth to a baseball once.
Anyway,
what is your theory? As we're gonna end Full View on a strong note, what is your theory as to why people believe in Illuminati?
Again, it's the human condition. We are prone to fear what we do not understand. Whether this started as a blatant rumor, or not is that question. I mean, it has historical roots. You know, the Illuminati was an established faction, you know, hundreds of years ago.
Well, there's an old rule: every myth is rooted in truth.
Yeah, you know, and like I said, you know, it's natural. You know, we fear what we do not fully understand, so we are prone to, you know, draft our own theories. You know, we think the worst, certain things that are inexplicable. You know, it's just ridiculous. Now, you know, you go on YouTube, you search a music video, and you know, you read the comments, you know, about the rapper. Oh, he's Illuminati, he's 666, you know, all this bullcrap.
It's garbage to me, and you know, I'm gonna final on the Illuminati because I want to end the second half of the segment on some positive stuff. Final on the Illuminati, I just think is garbage. I think, you know, I don't believe any celebrity sacrificed anything. You know, a lot of people, equate.
I'm sorry, but there's a crazy theory I forgot to mention that they're saying that Michael Jackson was Illuminati too, and that, you know, he supposedly shouted them out on one of his songs, and you know, they killed him for it, and that during his funeral, which was a nationally televised event, that he was sitting in the crowd, you know.
That right
that he
there,
faked his death, you know.
That right there should be the final thing. Michael Jackson was sitting in the crowd,
the doctor
at his funeral, according to people who believe in the Illuminati. Now, what is your tag name on YouTube? For those of you who forgot.
My tag name is M16 Black.
All right. You do AVs, correct?
AMVs, yes.
Yeah, the AMVs. Any of them coming up in the mic that we could be expecting? Anything?
I'm going to be working on a project dealing with, it's a documentary about the co-host, Sean Michael Rivera, and his wrestling highlights. We're going to highlight that, some of the company. And pretty soon we're going to be launching a mini movie. We're working on the script currently. And, you know, when it comes, just check it out.
I personally don't post videos, but I do have a YouTube. I'm the Outlaw Man 76. Again, like he said, going to be doing the documentary about my time in the WWA. Also, we might do a WWA reunion show. We're trying to get that set up. Of course, I no longer live in the area where the shows are produced, so finding a hole in my schedule, finding a hole in my schedule and the other schedules, you know, we're trying to balance it out. But and then of course the script that we've started working on. How many years ago was this? What is this? 2009. We started working on this script.
Yeah.
2009.
2009. No, before that, 2008.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. There you go. Anything that you think our viewers should check out? As far as either it's yourself or professionally, you know, movie suggestion.
I've been quiet lately, but I will be coming out with projects soon. You know, so just check out the tag is M16 Black on YouTube, and his is Outlaw Man 76.
And they don't sponsor the show, but I'm a huge fan of the show Chuck. Check it out, NBC, October 21st on Fridays.
Starting our 5th season.
5th and final, unfortunately.
Oh, wow, really?
Yep, 5th and final. But check that out. Of course, he has a lot of AMVs. They're great. I've seen a couple of them. And next time, we're going to get you to do a manga minute. Who's Manga Minute? And it's on tape.
Next episode of FVE, the return of the Manga Minute.
And it's on tape. We have it on tape, folks. So, Sean Michael Rivera.
John Coulson.
You are whoever you are. Check it out. Check us out on Facebook. I'm under J. Michael Rivera.
Facebook, Alex Joseph.
If you want to get there through the URL, it's facebook.com/outlawman76. Do you have your URL set up?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
But it's alright.
Yeah. But that's how you get to me through Facebook. And if any of you use MySpace, don't. Stop. Twitter.com/outlawman76. That's how you get to me. Goodbye. And if any of you know where that's from, comment. 30 seconds to fill out.